Our journey begins as Moses leads the Israelites out of Egypt, free from their slavery. Now, after years of slavery, the Israelites had managed to get free. They walked through the vast desert, their faces showing smiles of hope as they carried their belongings. In the background, the majestic pyramids of Egypt stood tall, reminding them of the land they had left behind. But Pharaoh was furious that the slaves had escaped. He sat raging on his ornate throne, his fist raised in frustration. Behind him, armored soldiers prepared their chariots, ready to pursue the fleeing Israelites and reclaim his lost authority. Chariots and horses galloped swiftly across the desert, kicking up dust clouds in their wake. The dramatic movement captured the urgency of Pharaoh's army as they chased after the Israelites. The Israelites reached the shores of the Red Sea, their expressions turning to confusion and fear. In front of them lay the vast sea, while the Egyptian army loomed in the distance, intensifying their anxiety. As panic set in, the people began pointing at Moses, some shedding tears of fear. Despite the chaos around him, Moses maintained a calm and thoughtful demeanor, seeking a solution to their predicament. Moses stood tall with his staff, offering comfort to the frightened people. His presence was reassuring, and he spoke words of encouragement, saying, "Do not be afraid. Stand firm, and you will see the deliverance the Lord will bring you today. The Egyptians you see today, you will never see again. The Lord will fight for you. You need only to be still." Moses looked upwards as a brilliant light descended from the heavens. Then the Lord said to Moses, "Why are you crying out to me? Tell the Israelites to move on. Raise your staff and stretch out your hand over the sea to divide the water, so that the Israelites can go through the sea on dry ground." A thick, impenetrable cloud began to form between the Israelites and the approaching Egyptian army. The soldiers looked confused and blocked, unable to advance, as the divine barrier took effect. A powerful wind blew across the sea under the cover of night, causing the waters to start pulling apart. The dramatic natural force set the stage for the miraculous passage that was about to occur. The Red Sea was fully parted, revealing massive walls of water on each side. In the midst of the splitting waters, a clear, dry path appeared, providing a safe passage for the Israelites to cross to freedom. With hope renewed, the Israelites began walking through the parted sea. Men, women, children, and animals moved together on the dry ground, traversing the miraculous path towards their promised land. Egyptian soldiers, desperate to recapture the Israelites, entered the parted sea with their chariots. Their movement was frantic, highlighting the urgency and tension as they pursued the fleeing group. As the Egyptians rushed forward, their chariot wheels began to fall off. The soldiers started to panic, shouting and looking terrified as the unstable ground could no longer support their machinery. On the far side of the sea, Moses lifted his staff once more in a dramatic pose. The waves began to move again, signaling the impending return of the waters and the end of the Egyptian pursuit. The massive walls of water crashed down upon the Egyptian army. Soldiers and chariots were swept away by the relentless force of the returning sea, ensuring the Israelites' safe passage. The Israelites reached the safe shore on the other side of the sea. They turned back to watch the waters settle, their faces filled with awe and immense relief at their miraculous escape. Miriam, a spirited woman among the Israelites, danced with her tambourine while others sang joyful songs. The air was filled with happiness and celebration as they rejoiced their deliverance. Gathered together, the Israelites lifted their hands toward the sky in worship. Smiling children and families stood united, their hearts full of gratitude and faith after their miraculous journey. As peace settled, the sea calmed under the rising sun. The Israelites stood in tranquility, embracing their newfound freedom with hope and faith in the future that lay ahead. Our journey concludes with a message of faith. Remember, the Lord will fight for you. For when the Israelites saw the mighty hand of the Lord displayed, the people feared the Lord and put their trust in him, as should we when we too are troubled. Thank you for joining us and watching our Scribbled Scrolls. Remember to like and subscribe so we can bring you more Scribbled Scrolls.